No! It's over! It's over! Why? You sick bastards! No! No! Damn it! I just finished the 12th issue. Oh my god! No! No! Oh my god, you lot. I don't even know what to say. You lot. Alright. So, listen. I've been trying to get into Spider-Man comics. I mean, at this point, probably for like over 2 decades at this point in it. But I took the plunge, and one thing that I was looking for was I was very interested in the interpersonal relationships between Peter and the supporting cast of Spider-Man. I think one of the things that I love about the Raimi trilogy is the relationships that Peter has with everybody around him. Specifically, I really wanted to see a story surrounding Mary Jane. His relationship with Mary Jane. And I wasn't sure if I was going to find a story that really encapsulates what I was looking for. But I took a bit of a gamble, and I decided to read the 2024 still ongoing run of the Ultimate Spider-Man by Jonathan Hickman and Marco Checchetto. I'm sorry, I don't know. And listen, I'm not a comic book person at all. I've only read like 3 comics in my entire. Well, I mean, I used to be heavy into manga when I was younger, but manga and comic books are 2 completely different fields, mate. I've only read 3 comics: Scott Pilgrim, and then the original run of The Crow. So I really don't understand like comic books or any, especially like superhero comic books, like continuity and stuff and all this. I'm gonna be honest, man. It's weird. So a little bit. I'm gonna try not to spoil in the first half of this video. When or if I do, I'll definitely put like a warning up for people. So essentially, in this comic book, Peter does not get his Spider-Man powers as a teenager. There is this entity called the Maker, who, from what I've gathered, is actually Reed Richards from I think his name is Mr. Fantastic from the Fantastic Four. Again, I'm not that well versed into comic books, but that's so insane. Reed Richards, like, it's an evil version of Reed Richards who starts the society. He starts like the world over again, and he stops the creation of so many different superheroes. And so Iron Man, and I can't tell if this is like Tony Stark or if this is like Tony Stark's son. I'm really confused by that because they're both named Tony, but I don't know if it's like a junior situation. But so Tony like travels through time or whatever, and he gives Spider-Man the radioactive spider to make him who he is. Because in this comic book, right? I mean, Peter's like 40 something, and he's gone like 20 some odd years without this core part of who he is. I mean, 2 decades of his life has just been taken from him. He feels purposeless. He feels like there's something missing from his life, and Tony Stark just comes out of the blue. The thing is, right, is he doesn't know any of like, this is like a soft, again, forgive me, I don't know comic book whatever, so I don't know if this is like a reboot or like whatever it is, but it's sort of like a reboot of like everything, because he doesn't know Tony. He hasn't been with the Avengers. He doesn't know Harry. He doesn't know any of these. He's meeting all these people for the very first time. The only people he knows, obviously, is his uncle, his aunt, and then Mary Jane. He's married to Mary Jane, and he has 2 kids. I mean, he's a family man, you know? And it's just so interesting. It goes from the original story of Spider-Man being this kid trying to deal with this burgeoning responsibility of not only his superhero powers, but also coming out of his adolescence into adulthood. Whereas now in this comic, Peter's already acclimated to adulthood. He just feels sort of out of it with life because he feels like he has this greater purpose that he doesn't know what it is because he wasn't allowed to fully tap in to that purpose. The thing I really love about this comic is the writing, mate. Jesus Christ. So I told you lot, I've been trying to get into Spider-Man comics for a long time. So the thing about me is like I like to start things from the very beginning. Anything that I do, I like to start from the very beginning. And I tried to start with the first Spider-Man comic. I don't even know if I started with the first one. I tried to figure out which one was the first one. And I started reading it, and it felt like I had skipped 50 episodes into like the 15th season of an accredited show. And I had no clue what was going on. And it was from like the 80s or 70s, I don't know, the 60s or something. I don't know. It was just, I'm not gonna lie to you, it was kind of corny. So I just gave up, and I was like, listen, I'll just start wherever at this point. The characters, man, the characters. Everything that you know about these characters, or at least that I knew, throw all that away because they have so many new different dynamics. It's just so interesting to see certain people that you would have expected to know each other, meet each other for the very first time. People who shouldn't be there are there now in people's lives. I mean, I didn't even know Mary Jane had a this ain't even really a spoiler. I didn't even know Mary Jane had it sounds so crazy. I didn't know Mary Jane had a family. I know that sounds so, of course she has like parents and stuff like that, but I didn't know she had like a sister or whatever who, oh my god, she's so fucking annoying. Damn, Gail Watson, Jesus Christ. That lost issue 12, issue 13 doesn't come out until like later in January. It hasn't been released yet. I just finished issue 12. So even though I have read other comic books, I kind of had this sort of thought about superhero comic books, and I thought it was going to be like all actiony, because that's kind of what I got from the like 60s or whatever Spider-Man comic that I read beforehand. So this comic actually has it doesn't have that much action in it. I mean, it does have fight scenes, but the meat and potatoes of this story, I feel, is the characters and how they interact with each other. I think I'm loving this sort of dynamic between Peter and another person who I feel like is going to turn heel at some point. I mean, like, story-wise, they do turn heel. Story-wise, it's kind of like I don't want to spoil too many things, so I'll just say, like, Spider-Man PS4, like the original one, in 2018, it's kind of like one of those things where you can see the burgeoning of this person potentially going off the deep end. But it's not like they're an evil person to begin with, because they have a relationship with Peter, and I like this person. I really do, and I don't want them to become a villain and go against Peter, but everything in I'm just all like, listen, this character, this is an evil nigga. And I know at some point he gotta become bad. But damn, one thing that I've gathered, whenever I look up Spider-Man comics, people are always talking about how Marvel hates Peter Parker, how every story regarding Spider-Man, it's always Peter suffering like the most evilish, most devilish ways. And I don't look up things particularly when I want to talk about them in videos, but I have heard people go like, "Oh, thank God, Peter's like his life is okay in this continuity or whatever." And then other people were replying back. They're all like, just wait. The writers hate Peter Parker. They're going to throw something in the mix. And I was like, everything was looking so good up to the 12th ish. No. There was one issue where somebody close to Peter goes, I've lived a long life. I've lived so long that I've seen my own wife perish. If I were to die today, or they didn't say it like that, but they're all like, my life is fulfilled. I am okay with whatever happens to me next. And he asks Peter, he goes, do you think you could say the same thing? And Peter just stone cold goes, no. I was like, somebody has to die. Somebody is going to die. And you know what's so crazy? It's like the lineup of people. There are so many people you love. Listen, there's so many. I'm just like, listen, I'm going to be honest. If Mary Jane dies, I'm quitting being a Spider-Man fan. If anything happens to Mary Jane, oh my God. What? Yo, I feel like I had almost the same reaction when I think, I'm about to spoil Spider-Man No Way Home. Just click forward in the video if you don't want to hear it. I feel like when I saw Spider-Man No Way Home in theaters for the first time, I only saw it in theaters. What am I talking about? When fucking Norman stabbed Peter, when Norman stabbed Toby, oh my God, bitch. Oh my God. The theater that I watched it in, if y'all saw that video, bruh, I'm not about to link that video. I'm gonna be honest, every Spider-Man video that I make, it's always so embarrassing, so I'm not gonna link any of those. Y'all can look it up if you want to. But, my theater was so fucking dead. I was in that bitch squealing. I was in that bitch trying so hard to conceal my reactions. My theater was dead, May. But so when he stabbed Toby, bitch, I let out the I was in that bitch, bro. I couldn't help it. I was all like, I'm about to see my fucking childhood die. I'm about to see this nigga die. That's how I feel at the end of this issue, man. Oh my God, they are setting something up. Because it's not, you can't. It's like having a Batman story without his parents dying. Somebody has to die. And I don't even want to spoil what they did at the end of the 12th issue. But that little white screen where they're all like, love is found with the people that you surround yourself with. And then the panel afterwards, I was all like, oh my God. These niggas are cooking and I hate them. I'm gonna be so hurt. So I only read the comic, but I read only one issue a day because there's only 12 issues out at this point. So I was reading them I would read only one a day. So I've been reading these every single day for the past 12 days, almost 2 weeks. I've been reading these books. And I don't know. I just want him to be happy, bro. I just want him to be happy. It sucks. It sucks because it doesn't. There's only one. I don't even know. I said there's multiple people who could potentially perish. There's only one. And I don't want it to be true, bro. I don't want it to be true, bro. And the thing is, you know what? I'm wrong because that's not even, they couldn't do that because they set it up. You know those, like, I feel like these writers are smart. I feel like, what's his name? I feel like Jonathan Small, Mr. Hickman. Like, you can't, those episodes in television shows where they start giving the side character way too much precedent. Like, you start hearing about their backstory and all that shit. It's because, and then, at the end of the episode, they're gonna die. Because that's just a cliche in television writing, right? But a good writer can subvert that expectation and make something else spectacular happen. That's what I feel like Hickman is doing. Because if he's not doing that shit, on God, I will never support another Spider-Man, whatever ever again. I'm done. This is my first experience with this character. I love this story. I love all these characters. The thing I love about these characters is that, well, at least up until the 12th issue, none of them were like stereotypically bad individuals. They were all just, my belief is that there are very few people in this world that are actually terrible people. There might be people that I dislike or people that I don't agree with their ideology, but I can't call them terrible people. We just look at the world in two separate ways. These characters are just so realistically written that I don't want anything bad to happen to them. Except for Gail Watson. Oh my God, she needs to shut the fuck up, dude. I'm gonna be honest. Mary Jane, Gail Watson is Mary Jane's bitch ass older sister. May, I'm gonna be honest. Oh dear. No wonder she wasn't in the fucking Raimi films. My God. I probably would have stopped watching that bitch if she was ever in there. No, bro. I'm so serious. I can't do this. I cannot wait. Bro, it's like, I gotta wait. Nigga, when the fuck is the next issue gonna come? Bro, it's literally January the 13th. When y'all got 2 weeks to drop the next issue. When is it dropping? Oh my, wait, what am I talking about? It drops on the 22nd. That's a week from now. Anyways, okay. But it's like, oh my God, dude. I just forget everything I just said about if a character dies, I'm gonna give up Spider-Man. If anything happens to Mary Jane, I'm done. I don't think my heart can take it. I really don't think my heart can take it. I really love this. I really love Peter and Mary Jane. I really do. The reason why I even started to read the comic book in the first place, that's way too much lore, and I don't feel like going into that. But I told you, I was like, I wanted to find a story that featured Mary Jane and Peter's relationship together. That is something, their partnership together is something that I really love from the Raimi trilogy. Now, I don't know what Mary Jane is like in the comic books. Again, this is the first comic I've ever read surrounding Spider-Man, but from what I've heard, the reception of her seems to not be the best when it comes to the comics, and from what I've heard, I probably would agree. One thing I will say, and y'all will definitely get a probably very verbose rant about this, I genuinely cannot stand people who trash talk Mary Jane from the Raimi trilogy. Oh my god! I hate people who trash talk Mary Jane. And you know what? You know what? I am so glad I have you here today, so I can tell you, I can give you a piece of what I feel, because I can't give you an in-depth analysis, because it's been like 3-4 years since I've seen the Raimi trilogy again. One thing I hate about people who trash talk Mary Jane is just a lack of perspective. People, I love relationships, all different types of relationships, friendships, platonic, non-platonic, romantic, all of that. This whole entire world is built on relationship dynamics of people. And anybody who shits on Mary Jane from the Raimi trilogy is literally just self-snitching on themselves, proving that they don't know how fucking... Oh my god. First of all, let's take context. Spider-Man, the Raimi trilogy literally starts in high school. And it goes, we know like Peter and Harry are both at least at the youngest 21 in Spider-Man 2, because they're like legally drinking at like some party or whatever. So Spider-Man 1, they're in high school. Spider-Man 2, they're 21. Spider-Man 3, it's like a year later, so they're like 22. Lads, listen, I'm gonna be honest. Are we the only Spider-Man? Again, you're gonna have to remember, I haven't watched these movies in like a while, so I can't give an in-depth analysis. But from what I remember, the only thing that I looked at what Mary Jane did was strange. The only thing that Mary Jane ever did that I looked at and was like, why is she doing that? Was in Spider-Man 1, when they were literally kids. I'm sorry, but I'm not looking at, if I'm dating, I'm not gonna look at anybody who's gonna look at me right now and take something I did back in high school. My nigga, I'm looking at you like you're a weirdo. What, you're shitting on me for something I did right before an algebra quiz? Nigga, you're weird. You're weird. But don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. Again, do I agree with whatever she did back in Spider-Man 1? Absolutely not. But you know what I'm not going to do? Fault somebody for something they did as a fucking child. Listen, back when I was in high school, I had friends, and I know what I was doing back in high school. And I know what my friends were doing back in high school. And listen, we got no room to talk. I wouldn't have done what she did, but I can assure you, I made mistakes back in high school, and I know damn well there were so many other people who made mistakes back in high school. But if somebody judges me now for something I did back then, yo, you're weird to me. But so Spider-Man 2, 21 years old. Right? Do I remember exactly what she did? Weird. That was, oh my god, no, okay. So the wedding scene. Oh, you bitch ass niggas. Oh my god. Listen. Do I agree with what she did in Spider-Man 2? Absolutely not. But am I going to sit here and act? Are we going to sit here and act like half of y'all would not be in the same exact situation that Mary Jane was in? It wouldn't be me, because I'm not a bitch ass nigga. But like, most of y'all cannot even order a fucking ham sandwich from a goddamn McDonald's drive-thru window. without feeling like the world is about to end. I know damn well half of y'all, if y'all boyfriend, girlfriend, whoever proposed to you right now and you didn't want to get married, you would not have the gall. You would not even have half of the scrotum to say no, you bitch ass nigga. You know damn well you would be at that wedding reception on that day about to get married to a person you don't even love because you can't say a 2-letter word N-O, no. And you know what's worse? You know what's worse? Half of y'all wouldn't even get in y'all wedding gown, dress, whatever. Half of y'all would get to that wedding day and you wouldn't even say hi to your spouse. You would just sit there on your phone, probably doom scrolling TikTok and anxiety out the fucking ass. And then right before it was your time to go out, you would silently leave, go in your contact list, block your fiance and all his friends and family, and ghost him and act like nothing ever happened. I know y'all. I see y'all. I interact with people like you every day. Half of y'all act like Mary Jane, bro. Yet y'all have the nerve to shit. And the thing is, I'm not even trying to defend her like that. The thing is, right, is that people can grow and people can change. I'm not about to fault that woman for her past mistakes when she was never even in a relationship with Peter until the very end of the second movie. That nigga, I don't give a fuck what you did before you met me. As long as we're in this partnership together and you want to grow together, I don't give a fuck what you did back in high school. Are you crazy? Oh my God. I just remembered another thing. Another thing I got to get on is, okay, forget everything I just said previously, because again, I haven't seen those movies in a minute. So it's not even like I remember like in detail about what people were trashing her for. But if there's one thing I will stand on vehemently, is I despise people who go, Peter should have got with, what's her name? Bryce Dallas Howard, what's her name? Gwen Stacy or Betty Braun. Yo, I hate people like this. This one I'm about to be serious with. Previous ones I was joking. This one I'm serious with because it shows a lack of care for the relationships that you currently hold. And there's always going to be some sort of rocky period in any sort of relationship that you have with people. And one thing I find absolutely slimy is that when stuff starts to get rocky, people who just up and leave, people who just up and disappear and find a new toy to play with. That's exactly what Peter would have been doing if he just, oh my God. And I didn't even get to talk about, I don't understand people who trash talk Mary Jane, but then don't talk about how terrible of a partner Peter was in Spider-Man 3. Spider-Man 3, and we're talking pre-symbiote. We're talking pre-symbiote Peter. Post-symbiote, that's an entirely different story. I'm talking pre-symbiote Spider-Man. Because that movie legit almost made me hate Peter's whole character. How terrible of a partner he was to Mary Jane. And it wasn't like he was doing this. It wasn't like he was a terrible partner on purpose. Again, I don't believe there are people out there who wake up and think, oh, I want to make the world a worse place, or I want to hurt the person that I'm in a relationship with purposefully. But he was just completely neglectful of Mary Jane. He was completely neglectful and blind to how she was feeling and how down she was. And he was just, he was a prick in the start of Spider-Man 3. But I really love how they tied it into a bow and they came together at the end of the movie. Again, I'm going to have to rewatch it. Because I don't remember the details. Oh my gosh, can you tell I'm passionate about this? I'm sorry. What was I talking about? Oh, I was so like, Peter and Mary Jane have a rocky relationship. They do. But I feel like people have to remember that Mary Jane and Peter were not together in Spider-Man 1. They weren't together in Spider-Man 2. They were only together at the very end of it. And then throughout Spider-Man 3. That was not his girl in Spider-Man 1. That was not his girl in Spider-Man 2. She was doing whatever she was doing, having her life, making the mistakes that she made to finally come and realize that she wanted to be with Peter. And I'm not going to fault somebody who made mistakes in their past if they can acknowledge them and wants to grow with me in the future. And that's what I like about Mary Jane and Peter's relationship in the Raimi trilogy. And no, if Peter had a rocky time, a little argument with or disagreement with Mary Jane, and he just went to the next fucking woman who just gave him a monicum of goddamn interest, Peter would be the most slimiest bitch ass nigga on the fucking planet, yo. And anybody else who does that shit, oh my gosh, I feel bad for your future whoever, because you are just gonna up and leave at the slightest bit of turmoil, and you're not gonna learn and you're not gonna understand how to fix conflicts, because all you do is run. You just you hit rocks and you run to the next shiny object that you can leech onto until it starts to hurt you. And you're going to wonder why does every relationship that I get in feel like, bro, because you're not learning anything. I'm sorry. I'm going off. You know what? Gail Watson is a perfect example of people who trash talk Mary Jane in the Raimi trilogy. Because Gail, she comes in, she's all like, I feel like you could do so much better. Like, Peter Parker is such a boring, he's such this, that, and the third, like in the comic book. That's exactly what y'all sound like when y'all talk about, Peter deserved to be with Betty Brant or with whoever. I'm just all like, and she says one thing. Oh my gosh, if that was my sister, I would have smacked the... Listen, I don't know what Peter Parker sees in Mary Jane. And I don't need to see what he sees in that woman, because that is not my fucking relationship. That's his relationship. That is their partnership. That they see whatever they see in each other because it's through their own eyes, and I have no place in my heart to tell them who they deserve to be with, because it's not my fucking relationship. Man, people on the internet be saying, oh my God, I could spin this in so many different ways, but my God, man, some people just irk the hell out of me. Oh, so many of y'all are some Gail ass, so many of y'all are Gail Watson ass niggas, boy, and I hate you. Ugh. But yeah, man, this was just me talking about the Ultimate Spider-Man. I really hope they don't do my boy Peter dirty, man. I don't. They better not. Oh my God, oh my God. Something's bad. The pit in my stomach that I have right now, it's absolutely insane. Oh, and the art in this comic is absolutely beautiful. I haven't even gotten to talk about that. I don't know if I'll put screenshots up. I'm not gonna lie to you. I probably won't, because a lot of the screenshots I took, they're all of Mary Jane. Wait. I also have like other ones. Like, I'm gonna be honest. Like, yo, what's his name? Marco?
that nigga's a good ass artist. Yo, I'm not even gonna hold you, bro. Like, all the women in this comic, they are fine as fuck. God damn. I'm like, even I'm not like, listen, bro, chill on me. There's even a couple like older, like, grandma character. Like, I'm gonna be honest, they kind of fine. Like, I'm gonna be honest. I'm just being honest. That's just me though. But anyways, yeah, those were just my thoughts about this comic book up until the 12th issue. I will commit many a crimes in real life that is not a threat. If something does happen to my boy Peter, or Mary Jane for that matter, please, Mr. Hickman, you could stop many homicides across the planet if you just don't fuck this story up. Anyways, it's been Eve, Evelyn, Justice, and I'll talk to you all later. Peace.